Title: Popeye, the hitman who couldn't stop killing, in the hills surrounding Medellin, Colombia, April 15, 1965. A boy is born, Juan Vásquez. No one watching that moment could have known what he would become. But even in childhood, there were signs, disturbing ones, violent, restless, obsessed with weapons. A boy who didn't just accept aggression, he sought it. By the age of 12, his family moved to Medellin, hoping a new environment might calm him. Instead, they made a different choice. They sent him to a military police school under the Colombian National Army. But discipline without adrenaline meant nothing to him. Theory bored him, rules suffocated him. So he walked away. And soon after, he joined the Colombian Navy. That's where he got the name, Popeye, a nickname inspired by his resemblance to the cartoon sailor, short, tough, always ready for violence. Even after plastic surgery changed his appearance, the name never left him. But the Navy couldn't contain him either. There was no war, no chaos, no release, only waiting. And Popeye wasn't built to wait. He later described it simply, "I just wanted to shoot, to feel the adrenaline. Nothing else mattered." So at just 16 years old, he left structured life behind completely and stepped into the streets. Robbery, violence, survival, and then fate collided. Pablo Escobar was building something massive, and men like Popeye were exactly what he needed. At 17, Popeye met Escobar, and within a year, he took his first life. A former bus driver, a man who had beaten the mother of one of Popeye's friends and escaped justice. That single act changed everything, because something awakened in him. Not guilt, not fear, but hunger. He later claimed something chilling. "People say you can't sleep after your first kill. I never had that problem." Escobar noticed him quickly, cold, efficient, emotionless, a weapon that didn't hesitate. And Popeye was promoted into the heart of the Medellin cartel. He wasn't a chaotic killer. He was structured, disciplined, professional, a man who claimed he never drank, never used drugs, never needed anything to function except work. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. By the late 1970s and early 1980s, Popeye had personally killed over 250 people and allegedly ordered thousands more deaths. Politicians, journalists, informants, rivals. Among the most infamous, assassinations tied to presidential candidates and political figures, and indirect involvement in terror operations that left entire cities in fear. But behind the brutality, there was something else. A story he rarely spoke about without emotion. A woman named Wendy. Love, inside a world built on violence, was never safe. Their relationship became entangled in betrayal, paranoia, and control. And it ended in tragedy. Years later, Popeye would recall it with disturbing clarity, as if replaying a scene burned into memory. Then came the collapse. The Medellin cartel began to fall. Escobar's empire cracked under global pressure, and Popeye made a decision. He surrendered. 30 years in prison. He served 23, and in 2014, walked free. But freedom didn't mean silence. He reappeared in public life, interviews, appearances, a YouTube channel, a man trying to rewrite his own image in real time. Some saw repentance, others saw provocation, and in 2018, he was arrested again. By 2020, prison walls became final again. Cancer followed, and on February 6, 2020, Popeye died at 57. His death split opinion across Colombia. To some, he was a symbol of terror finally gone. To others, a man who had already paid in years of confinement. But the question still lingers. Even now, can a life built on violence ever truly end in redemption?